there you have it, my persimmon party cookies. So delicious, so cakey. Look at this. Hi, I'm Christina Vonti Fisher. Welcome to my kitchen. Today, I'm going to share with you how I make my persimmon party cookies. They are a family tradition in the Avanti family. My grandparents had a beautiful ranch in Gilroy, California that we grew up on. And on that ranch, we had a beautiful persimmon tree. And so every year when persimmons were in season, all the kids would pick the persimmons, we would just eat them, and they're like candy. They are so delicious anyways. My grandmother would take them, get the pulp, and she'd make these beautiful persimmon cookies. They are like nothing you have ever had. And what I've done is I've used my grandmother's recipe, but I've lightened it up, a little bit less sugar, a little bit less butter, but they still taste amazing. So we're gonna show you how to do that today. There we go. And this is just how I take the skin off. Just super, super easy. You wanna just give it a base on the bottom and on the top. Kind of how I get the peel off of any kind of fruit. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cut it up. Before I throw it into the blender, you can also use a food processor. 2 cups of persimmon pulp from about 4 persimmons, 1 cup of coconut palm sugar. Now this is sugar that is lower on the glycemic index. 4 tablespoons or 1/2 stick of unsalted butter, 2 large eggs, 2 egg whites, 1/2 cup of coconut oil melted, 1 cup of organic sugar, 3.5 cups of whole wheat flour, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 2 teaspoons ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon ground nutmeg. So the wet ingredients goes into my, oh, I didn't blend the persimmon. Well, you're gonna have chunks of persimmon in your cookies. It's gonna be amazing. Then I'm going to add about half of my dry ingredients into my stand mixer. Just half. And I'm gonna let it mix for a little bit. Here we go. Of course, you can mix this in your bowl yourself. You don't have to use the stand mixer. I just really like it. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, so now I'm adding more of the dry ingredients. I always turn my mixer off when I'm adding stuff. I don't think it's safe to leave it on. That's just me. I'm going to now fold in the walnuts and the raisins. Now you could skip the walnuts and raisins altogether, or you could put dried cranberry in here. You can add coconut, shredded coconut, which could be really yummy. This is the way that my grandmother traditionally did it. So, and I love her traditional recipe and I miss her so much. Now, I'm gonna put my walnuts in. Fold them in. And then we're gonna add the rest of the walnuts. And then I'm gonna fold in my raisins. I mean, really, if you wanna get totally into it, you could put chocolate chip in here. I don't know, I've never done that, but somebody should try it and let us know if that comes out good. There's lots of different dried fruits you could do. Cherries or cranberries, or I mean, you could even cut up date or figs. So we're just gonna get them on the cookie sheet and pop them in the oven at 375 for about 15 minutes. Wow, look at these beautiful persimmon cookies. They look amazing. So I decided I want to add some citrus frosting to my persimmon cookies, and I thought kind of a last minute decision. So what I'm doing is I'm going to do a vegan frosting. It's 1 cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of a plant-based milk, and then the zest of an orange. So we're going to put it together really super quick, fast, easy, good. So powdered sugar, plant milk, 1 cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of plant milk. Just gonna whisk. This is icing, not to be confused with frosting. So it's going to ice the cookies, not necessarily It's not gonna be a big, bold look on the cookie. It's just gonna add a little something. Okay, that looks pretty smooth. And now I'm gonna do the zest of about half of an orange. You wanna make sure your microplane has some big openings. I'll move the whisk. How about moving the whisk? There we go. See, I'm getting some nice pieces of orange zest in the icing. Icing is gonna make the calories go up a little bit in the cookies, so keep that in mind. If you wanna just eat them without the icing, trust me, they are every bit as delicious without the icing. Okay, and I'm just gonna give this a little zhuzh. And we have our orange citrus vegan icing, okay? The cookies are not vegan, but the icing is. Go figure. I'm just trying to do a little lower calorie. So I'm just gonna dip just the top, just a little dip. And what I like to do is once I get these all covered, I'm just gonna add a tiny bit more orange zest. Okay. And there you have it. My persimmon party cookies. Woohoo! Great with a little cup of coffee or a shot of espresso. I hope you enjoy. Let me know how it is when you try out this recipe. I will tell you, I've already eaten one of these. So delicious, so cakey. Amazing. Hope you enjoy it. Remember to like, save, share, and that you are deeply loved by God.